And with the introductions aside, want to welcome everybody into another Friday night edition of the Fall 24 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you the Warriors and the Fireballs tonight. How you doing, Stu?
Wonderful. Ready for the second half of a fantastic doubleheader.
Yeah, these defending champion Warriors just had the ring presentation, or their championship win last season. Ray Lewis in attendance, along with the Borkin brothers, presenting that a few moments ago. Ready to get started here with our first match. Douglas against Inaki in the top division of singles.
Douglas serves, we begin. Robote forehand by Douglas. Here's Inaki, backhand from the 9 line. Robote forehand. Inaki makes the catch, winds up. Costado 2-all will score. Inaki's first up on the board for the Fireballs.
Yeah, starting off with that patented Costado 2-all. Inaki working his way back to full health. Starting to fire that 2-all with a little more consistency. That one opening up nicely to score.
Very well done. Here's a backhand by Douglas to the inside. Inaki's there. Backhand. There's a Robote. 2-pass. Douglas on the catch. Inaki reads it, tipped it on the inside. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
Well, not the best Costado we've seen from Douglas, but got away with it because he threw it right at the feet of Inaki. Made that catch difficult. Wasn't placed right along the sidewall, but good enough to score there, tie things up.
Inaki on the backhand from the 11 line. Wall to wall from the left side. Robote forehand by Inaki. Beautiful catch by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Robote forehand again. Douglas is there, winding up. 2-all, scores. 2 points for Douglas and the Warriors. He has a serve. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Well, Douglas has been more aggressive in the second half of this season in both singles and doubles. I mean, here he's won 5 out of his last 6 singles matches, has been faring better in doubles too. So overall, just like that aggressive play, got him that second point here.
Inaki, backhand of the corner. Robote forehand saved by Douglas. Inaki advances, makes the catch. The Filo caught the pad, and the pad is bad. That is 3 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He has the serve.
Yeah, Inaki made a tough catch right at his feet, low on the left side, but didn't have full control as he went to make that throw.
Now, your footing's got to be pretty sure when you go to throw shots. You can occasionally sneak one in. But he was just off balance there. Here's the backhand by Inaki. Robote 2-all. Stopped by Inaki on the forehand. Right side looking to pass on the inside. Good catch by Douglas. Robote left side. It's a 2-all. Lands in. Big bounce. Douglas gets a 4th point. And the serve.
Well, Douglas did the difficult part, and that was controlling that big bouncer on the outside. Very well done, and then all he needed to do was put the forehand along the side wall, placed it well, and it scored for his 4th point.
Backhand by Inaki to the inside. Douglas is there. Robote left side. Big bounce to the inside on the wall. Beautiful catch by Douglas. Robote forehand by Inaki. Robote forehand by Inaki again for the bounce at the side wall. Douglas makes the stop at the 7 line. Robote forehand. Excellent catch by Inaki down low. Backhand 2-pass. Inaki on the catch. Costado 2-all opens wide and scores. Well done by Inaki. Inaki With 2 points for the Fireballs, he has the serve.
Going right back to that 2-wall that got him the first point of the match. Takes it up on the bounce. Costado, shoulder level throw. 2-wall, hits the sidewall, the front wall, lands inside the boundary line and into the net before Douglas can make a play.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Rebote forehand by Inaki. That clears the overhead screen. Douglas for the rebote. To the inside. Inaki's there. Great catch. 2-all opens wide and scores. Inaki with 3 points for the Fireballs. He has the serve.
Inaki throws a 2-wall with a lot of conviction, gets good power behind it, and it's just, if you don't get a good head start, it's not one you're going to get to. I mean, Douglas is fast. He reads the ball beautifully. He's got a bit of a head start and still just opens up a little bit outside of his reach.
Yeah, you could see that that was about, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 inches in front of Douglas, reaching out to make that catch. Douglas on the run, backhand. Low and hard, caught low by Inaki. Here's the backhand. Right to the corner. Rebote saved by Douglas. Inaki makes the catch, winds up. 2-all to score. 4-4 is the score. Inaki has a serve for the Fireballs. Well, it looked like Douglas was originally running away with that. And here we are tied up at 4-4.
It's been 3 straight Costado 2-walls by Inaki. Douglas lays up the rebote right into the 2-wall. You know, and after 2 in a row, Douglas is thinking he's not going to hit me with a 3rd one, and there he is, 3 in a row to tie things up.
Excellent catch by Douglas. Rebote 2-all opens. Douglas got there, but will not be able to make the play. 5 points for Inaki. He has possible set point.
Make it 4 in a row, this time off the rebote. A little more complicated, but still thrown just about perfectly by Inaki there from the backcourt. Take another look.
When you're playing against this, you have to basically choose. Not so much guess, but choose. Is he going inside? Or is he going to go with the 2-all? Is he going to go straight to the outside? Inaki consistently has been going to the outside and scoring. Possible set point. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Rebote forehand up and away. That hit the overhead screen. We're 5-5. This is set point.
Inaki really wanted to pass on that right side rebote. So much so that he sent it up in the overhead screen.
But I'll tell you, he got it back to 5-5.
Got to give him a lot of credit.
Absolutely. Both Douglas and Inaki.
See what happens here, 5-5. This is the set.
There's a backhand by Inaki. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Inaki, perfect catch at the 8 line, right to the corner, out to the rebote. Rebote left side to the inside. Douglas is there, winding up. Back to the inside he goes. Point and set for Douglas. Douglas takes the first set, 6-5. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Now Inaki and Douglas go to battle. Comes down to a decisive 11th point, and Douglas comes away with it. Beautiful Costado to the inside, placed well, that time right along the side wall. But didn't need it because the fake was so good. Take a look here at the final sequence.
Boy, Inaki really got warm. Came back from what seemed, based on the way he was playing, was going to be an unsurmountable advantage to Douglas. Then got it to 5-5.
And look, Douglas was, you know, the body and everything was telling you it was going to be a 2-wall. Inaki was shading to the outside, and
that was a great fake by Douglas, no question.
Just drops it along the wall and scores.
Here we are on the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. You see the Warriors on the left side of your screen, Fireballs on the right side of the screen. Hormache and Cabrera talking with Inaki. In case there's any questions, the guy in the hoodie and the blue jacket is Ikeda. Here we have Douglas talking with Manning and Williams.
You know, if we can here, flash the fall 24 standings. It is the final game day of the regular season for the Warriors and second to last game day for the Fireballs. A little bit earlier, the Cyclones went up against the Devils. Cyclones took 6 points out of a possible 8.5, and now the Cyclones sit in the fourth and final playoff spot. So the Fireballs come into today, I believe it's 5.5 points back of the final playoff spot, and they have 2 full game days to get those 5.5 points. Take a look here. Yeah, that gap is 5.5 points between the Fireballs and Cyclones. 2 game days left for the Fireballs. Cyclones regular season finish just a few hours ago with a big game day win. So it is correct. 5.5 points over the final 2 game days to put themselves in a tie for the final playoff spot. 6 points would get them into the playoffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Inaki will have the serve for the Fireballs.
I think once you set an aggressive pace like this, it's hard to stray away from it. I think you're going to see more of the same coming out in set number 2.
Well, Douglas, by history, typically really turns things on second, and if he gets to a third set as well. Inaki serves. Our second set has begun. It's a backhand by Douglas. Inaki's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Rotate forehand, high to the front wall. Douglas makes the catch, winds up. 2-all, 2 score. First point of the second set goes to Douglas of the Warriors. He has a serve.
You know, Inaki just comes right at you with that costado 2-all, and he's got that one really good pitch. Douglas has a variety of options. Places the ball well, mixes it up nicely, and again, it's just hard to guess exactly where he's going to throw it when he never throws 2 in the same spot.
Backhand by Inaki, wall to wall from the left side. Rotate forehand. Beautiful catch by Inaki. Inaki fakes the 2-all, inside it goes to score. 1-1. Inaki serves for the Fireballs.
Douglas was leaning hard the other way. Hard to get back on the inside and make this catch. Great opportunity, runs under it in the air.
When you see Inaki winding up like that, you have to have respect. You got to respect the fact it can be a well-thrown 2-all cutting out about the 3 line, or you could change it up like he did there, go inside. First set, they were all 2-alls. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Rotate left side. Douglas on the attack, winds up, hard throw, scoop, tipped. 2 points for Douglas. He serves for the Warriors.
Well, a lot of times when you see a miss like that, maybe thinking about the next shot. And Inaki with that costado 2-all and how well it's been working, where he was positioned on the court, you have to think he was lining up that 2-all and just didn't look it into the basket.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Inaki, forehand rotate 2 pass, and it does. Inaki, costado 2-all opening. Douglas stops it on the right side. Hard throw. Inaki set up to get there, could not catch it in the air. 3 points for Douglas here in the second set. He serves.
Well, Douglas was ready for this 2-all off the rebote. Great foot speed to get out to it, and then kills it on the return. Good forehand here. Look how he crosses the sidewall, dropping low. Tough for Inaki to line that one up.
Excellent catch by Inaki off a fine serve by Douglas. Rotate left side for the big bounce. Cut off in the air by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Wall to wall. Rotate forehand by Inaki. Douglas to the inside. Inaki's there, winding up. Costado 2-all opening. Douglas stops this one.
Again.
Inaki, great catch. plays it back to the inside. Douglas looking for Robote about the 11 line. Inaki with control at the 5. Karam caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. That is 4 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
You know, and that's something that you see almost every day, too. You has the opponent dead on the outside. You go for the carom, and you just catch a part of the pad.
Just trying to cut it just a bit too much here. I mean, he makes a difficult catch. Back to the inside he goes.
You know, and that's just a factor of playing against, you know, of your opponent. And he respects Douglas's catching ability. He doesn't want to blast something to the inside. He thinks he has a better chance.
Yeah.
But boy, catching a top part of the pad lead to 4-1 now. He did come back from this deficit in the first set. Wasn't able to pull through.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Inaki. Robote. 2-all is out. 2 points for Inaki of the Fireballs. He has the serve.
Going for the kill, but not quite. Just a bit outside the boundary line and gives Inaki a free point there.
It's a good serve by Inaki. Keeps Douglas deep. Here's the backhand.
Oh, boy.
Magic City bounce. Inaki follows it. Cracks off a 2-all. Douglas makes the catch to the outside. Costado 2-all will score for Douglas. Douglas has 5 points. Possible set. Possible match point.
That's frustrating. You're down a couple points. You need a lot to go right, and then you get a big Magic City bounce. Good play by Inaki just to keep the rally going, and then
yeah,
Douglas
he read it
with the
perfectly.
2-all from the outside. Too much.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. Catch by Inaki. Inside placement scores. 3 points for Inaki of the Fireballs. He's got the serve. Still possible match point for Douglas.
We've seen only 2-wall scoring, and now Inaki keeping one to the inside. Look at how far Douglas is to the outside.
At the beginning of this set, too, he did the same thing. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand by Inaki. Played to pass. Douglas turns for the Robote. At the side wall, Inaki's there. Back to the inside it goes. That's 4 points for Inaki of the Fireballs. He's got the serve.
It's just a well-strategized game and well-strategized set for Inaki. The first one, all 2 walls. This one, mostly keeping it to the inside and scoring. Once you have your opponent thinking you're going to do one thing, it opens up the space to the inside, and it's been a nice run here to get back into this set as well.
Throw the ball where your opponent's not, and that's exactly what Inaki's been doing. Douglas has gone on some great runs the beginning of the first set and the beginning of this set. There's a backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand to the outside. Douglas makes the catch. There's the carom.
Oh,
that is out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 5-5, so this is set point for Inaki to force a third set. Match point for Douglas. Wow.
I mean, Inaki was down 4-1. 2 of the points Douglas gave him off of missed shots, and 2 of them with the costado to the inside. I mean, he's only had to do half of the work. Douglas giving him those 2 points, and here we are, coming down to 11.
The role of the unforced error in Jai-Alai just cannot be overstated. It's a good serve by Inaki. Douglas is there. Douglas dropped it on the backswing. That is point and set to Inaki, taking the second set 6-5. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, come back out and play a third and decisive set.
You know, and the 1 point that Inaki lost in that run was off of a Magic City bounce that went against Inaki. That one going against Douglas, and that's why we say, Stu, the sidewall gives and takes, and you see one going against Inaki, one right back against Douglas, and all things even, and we're going to a third set.
Absolutely. Inaki seemed so, just in his body's language, seemed so unsure of himself walking out there. Down all those initial points to Douglas at the beginning of the first set and the beginning of the second set. And here we are moving on to a third set.
There's some replays there rolling on. Missed by Inaki off the side wall. Douglas stepping out ahead again, and then he reads the 2-wall, puts it back inside.
Excellent control of the ball by Inaki there. And the carom.
Not enough, and the carom though.
Caught the pad.
On the pad. So at that point, that was 4-1, I believe, and Douglas was up. And
that's the Magic City bounce. But look how Inaki handles it.
He handles it, and then look at where Douglas has this though. On the costado, outside the boundary line. That's not where you want to see your opponent with the ball.
Yeah.
Inaki not happy with the sidewall there, rightfully so. But then he goes on a run, inside placement. Hits him a point. See how much space there is, too. Another one on the bounce. Straight to the inside. This one even closer to the wall. Douglas acknowledging the nice throw there. And eventually, this serve at the end. 6-5, Inaki takes set 2. We played the maximum through 2 sets.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our third and final set. The winner of this set will win the match. Douglas serves. Third set has begun. Here's the backhand by Inaki. Hard to the corner. Rebote down low. Douglas makes the catch. There's Inaki. Inaki hard to the inside. Douglas reads it. Makes a fine catch at the 8 line. Rebote forehand too high. It's out of play. Douglas gets the first point of the decisive third set. He serves for the Warriors.
Inaki was coming back with an injury to his right side. That's the second rebote that he sent up in the overhead screen. Maybe feeling just a little bit of pain, but overall he's looked good.
When you make the catch on the forehand, you throw it, you have a bit of control, but the momentum of the ball on the rebote sets the pace of that forehand rebote. Here's a backhand by Inaki to the corner, out to the rebote. Douglas is there. Inaki, forehand rebote. Douglas on the catch. Low and hard. What a catch by Inaki. Here's the backhand. To the corner. Rebote forehand by Douglas. 2-all by Inaki.
Oh,
that kicked. Landed out. Second point for Douglas and the Warriors.
Well, Inaki's pointing at the sidewall, but I think he needs to attribute that to the front wall. That kicked up as it made contact and sent it out of play to what it looked like, at least for me, Stu, to be a pretty good 2-wall.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it was spot on, but that ball just kicked out.
Yeah, kicked up and out of play. Tough break.
Here's a backhand by Inaki. Right to the corner. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Inaki makes the catch at the 9 line. Backhand. Tipped by Douglas at the 9. Inaki has a point, and the serve for the Fireballs.
You hate to say it, but it's just a little bit lazy on the catch. I mean, that's one that Douglas is, it's right to his forehand side, tries to take the momentum of the basket and control it back behind him, but...
And also potentially thinking about what he was going to throw.
Yeah.
I could see Douglas going for a drop shot on the right side from right there. We've seen him do it before.
And I think that's maybe why he was so frustrated, because he knows that's a ball that he brings in, pretty much every day.
Absolutely. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Rotate forehand to the inside. Douglas attacks. Costello 2-all. Stopped by Inaki, controlled by Inaki.
Oh,
what a
right
catch by Douglas. Cortada by Douglas will score.
That's a good
Perfectly
throw.
played by both players. Douglas gets the point.
Yeah, got it right back, though, with an aggressive style of play. Shot the 2-wall, which is what he likes to do when he picks up the pace. Inaki read it beautifully, but great recovery with the catch on the inside. Take a look at the 2-wall. Not enough, but Inaki didn't have, not full space to get that throw off the way he would have wanted. Fed Douglas, rips it inside. Good power to score.
Here's a backhand by Inaki. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Will pass. Rotate left side by Inaki to the inside. Big bounce. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas on the 2-all.
That's a good
to
one.
score. 4 points for Douglas. He serves for the Warriors.
That one opening up away from Inaki, too, as it hit the floor. What you want to see.
Well, Inaki in the first 2 sets has had a funny way of creeping back in.
I was just going to say, it's all too common. 4-1.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Inaki. Passing to the back wall. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Scoop by Inaki. 2-all. Douglas follows it. Stops it on the forehand. Powerful throw. Passing Inaki to the inside to score. Point for Douglas. He has 5 points. Possible match point for Douglas. Yeah, you just keep your foot on the gas and you don't let up at this point.
Look, in spite of all the missed opportunities, Douglas now 5 chances to close out the match. See what he can do.
Here's a backhand by Inaki. Catch by Douglas. Rotate forehand. Rotate outside placement. Douglas stops it. Right side. Low and hard. Scores to win. Point set in a hard-fought match for Douglas. Taking it in the 3rd set, 6-1.
And Douglas gives the Warriors their first point of the game day with that 3-set singles win. Douglas is in the DraftKings Players Cage after that singles win. Here is the #1 ranked player for the Warriors, Douglas, finishing up here with a record of 6-4 in singles and actually winning 6 of your last 7. That's the 2nd best record in Division I. How do you feel and assess your play in that division this year?
Yeah, I started off slow, like you said. I lost my first 3 matches. I'm super happy with how I bounced back. I know that last season I also finished 6-4, so just super happy to contribute for my team, have a good second half of the season, and let's see if Williams and Stan can keep it going here.
Yeah, and Inaki started to get hot with the 2-all and the Costado late in the 1st and 2nd set. How were you able to close it out in that 3rd set, prevent another comeback?
Yeah, and Inaki's a great player. He's been kind of stuck with injuries the past couple years. But when he's on, and he has an amazing Costado. He has great shots, and that's something you got to be careful. And today he found his rhythm a little bit there in the 1st and 2nd set, and luckily I was able to keep my momentum going and finish him off there in the 3rd set.
Awesome, Douglas. Great start to the game day and a big point for your team. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.